Colossians chapter 3, verse 13. We're talking about healthy relationships, right? We're talking about how we're going to love others as ourselves. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. I'll read it again, because maybe some of you were yawning or something. Make allowance for each other's faults. So we're assuming here, if he knows what he's talking about, and this is inspired by the Holy Spirit, then the Holy Spirit knows that every single one of us has faults. And so if you're going to have healthy relationships, unless you're going to live your life bitter, hard-hearted, don't want to be involved with anybody else, don't ever want to be in a relationship with another person, unless you want to live that way, you're going to have to, ahead of time, decide in your life, I can be a jerk, other people could be jerks. I know this ahead of time. So I'm going to make an allowance. I'm going to, ahead of time, keep myself aware that sometimes people say things they don't mean. People say things that they do mean. And I should know how to shield myself. I can't help what somebody says to me. I can very much help how I process it. Make allowance for each other's faults. That means that it's suggesting ahead of time. Make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember that the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Above all, clothe yourself with love. If I have to be commanded to clothe myself with love, that means that every morning when I get up, it's not automatically there. Watch this now, it's in here because when the Holy Spirit came to live inside of my spirit, he brought the love of God. But being in here and being clothed is two different things. You and I have got to make a decision that we're going to allow the love of God to come out from here and almost like and just come over us. Yeah, it's in there. But you got to bring them out. It's in there. The love is in there. You can do it. You can walk in love. But you have to clothe yourself with it. You've got to make a conscious effort. I'm going to walk in love. Doesn't matter what somebody does to me. Doesn't matter what somebody says to me. Doesn't matter if somebody snubs me. Doesn't matter. I'm going to process through this. Let me read it to you in the Passion paraphrase. Tolerate the weaknesses of those in the family of faith, forgiving one another in the same way you have been graciously forgiven by Jesus Christ. If you find fault with someone, release, there it's coming out and going on. Release the same gift of forgiveness to them. For love is supreme and must flow through each one of these virtues. Love becomes the mark of true maturity. Now I know there's nobody in this room, no one that even calls New Beginnings their home, that ever acts like a baby. I know we're all over that. Where somebody says the slightest little thing and you take it and run with it and you get offended and you blow up like a bullfrog, like, who do they think they are? Calm down. Mature. Grow up.